Welcome to Perspective. Today, we're tackling a silent adversary, laziness. Often underestimated, laziness slowly chips away at our dreams, our potential, and even our sense of purpose. It's easy to blame it on a lack of willpower, but there's much more beneath the surface. What if you could overcome laziness with a few practical steps? Stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to conquer laziness and take charge of your life. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Understanding the root of laziness. Laziness is often labeled as a lack of motivation or willpower, but it's usually a symptom of something much deeper. At its core, laziness can be a defense mechanism. It may be our mind's way of avoiding uncomfortable emotions, such as fear, anxiety, or even self-doubt. Imagine a scenario where you've set a lofty goal like writing a book, starting a new business, or losing weight. The enormity of these tasks can create a sense of paralysis. You might find yourself procrastinating, not because you're lazy in the traditional sense, but because your brain is overwhelmed by the thought of potential failure. You fear not meeting expectations, or conversely, fear the added pressure that comes with success. This avoidance behavior is a coping mechanism. For some, it's an unconscious way of protecting oneself from criticism or failure. For others, it might be rooted in perfectionism. The idea of not achieving a perfect result can lead to a lack of action altogether. You start to think, if I can't do it perfectly, why bother? This type of thinking traps you in a cycle of inaction, perpetuating feelings of laziness. To overcome laziness, start by identifying what you're really avoiding. Is it fear of failure, fear of judgment, or perhaps fear of change? Once you've pinpointed the emotion, confront it head-on. Write down your fears and reflect on them. Ask yourself, what is the worst that could happen if I fail? Often, you'll find that the fear isn't as catastrophic as it seems. Breaking down the emotional barriers is the first step to overcoming laziness. Another way to understand laziness is by examining how your brain works. Our brains are wired to conserve energy, and they naturally gravitate towards tasks that require less effort. This is a survival mechanism, but in today's world where opportunities are limitless, this mechanism can work against us. In essence, overcoming laziness begins with self-awareness. Understand that laziness is not a personality trait, but a learned behavior. It's a habit formed over time, often reinforced by negative thoughts and fears. Acknowledge this, and you'll be on your way to breaking free from its grasp. Chapter 2. Creating an action-oriented mindset. Once you understand the root cause of laziness, the next step is to develop an action-oriented mindset. The key is to make the process of taking action so simple and small that it becomes almost automatic. Start by breaking down your tasks into the smallest possible units. For example, if you want to write a book, don't set out to write 500 pages in a day. Instead, start with a single paragraph. This might seem insignificant, but it's not about the quantity, it's about building the habit of starting. One of the most effective techniques is the 2-minute rule. If a task will take less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. This helps you overcome the initial resistance to starting a task and creates a chain reaction of productivity. When you complete small tasks, you feel accomplished, which releases dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter in your brain. This chemical boost encourages you to keep going, creating a positive feedback loop that makes it easier to take on more significant tasks. Another technique to create an action-oriented mindset is visualization. Visualize not just the end goal, but the process required to get there. See yourself working through the steps needed to achieve your goal. Studies show that visualization can improve motivation by creating a mental roadmap of the journey ahead. Set micro goals to sustain your momentum. For example, instead of saying, I will exercise for an hour every day, start with, I will exercise for 5 minutes. The objective is to create a series of small wins that accumulate over time. Each small win boosts your confidence and reduces the psychological barrier to starting the next task. Also, make sure to create an environment conducive to action. Eliminate distractions and set up cues that trigger productive behavior. For instance, If you want to read more, place books where you can see them easily. Or if you want to exercise, lay out your workout clothes the night before. Your environment plays a crucial role in shaping your behavior. When it aligns with your goals, taking action becomes more natural. Developing an action-oriented mindset requires consistency. It's about training your brain to prefer action over inaction. Every time you choose to act, even in a small way, you're rewiring your brain to associate effort with reward. Over time, this becomes a habit, and action becomes your default mode. Chapter 3: Building Habits for Long-Term Success. Laziness often thrives where there is no structure. To combat this, you need to build habits that support your goals and create a routine that minimizes decision fatigue. Research shows that habits account for a significant portion of our daily action. When you create positive habits, you reduce the mental effort required to complete tasks because your brain starts to operate on autopilot. Start by focusing on keystone habits, those habits that, when practiced, lead to a cascade of positive behaviors. For example, a morning routine that includes exercise, meditation, or journaling can set a productive tone for the rest of the day. These activities not only energize you, but also create a sense of accomplishment early in the day, making you more likely to tackle other tasks. Consistency is key when building habits. It takes time, usually around 66 days on average, for a new behavior to become automatic. During this period, focus on maintaining the routine rather than perfecting it. Even on days when motivation is low, commit to showing up, even if it's just for 5 minutes. This builds resilience and reinforces the habit loop. Make your habits obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. For instance, if you want to build a habit of reading, keep a book beside your bed or on your desk. Make it attractive by selecting books that genuinely interest you. Make it easy by setting a goal to read just 2 pages a day. Finally, make it satisfying by rewarding yourself. This could be a small treat or simply acknowledging your progress. Tracking your progress is another powerful way to build habits. Use a habit tracker or a journal to record your daily activities. This not only holds you accountable but also provides a visual representation of your consistency. Seeing your progress laid out can be a significant motivator to keep going. Understand that building habits is not about perfection. You might miss a day or two, but don't let that derail you. The goal is to create a sustainable routine that aligns with your long-term objectives. Over time, these small habits will compound, leading to significant changes in your life. Chapter 4: Using Accountability to Stay on Track. Accountability can be one of the most effective tools in overcoming laziness. When you commit to your goals in front of others, you create a sense of responsibility that motivates you to stay on track. Find an accountability partner, someone who understands your goals and is willing to check in with you regularly. This could be a friend, family member, or even a mentor. Regular check-ins are crucial. Set a schedule weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly to discuss your progress. These sessions should be honest and open, allowing you to share both your successes and challenges. Your accountability partner should encourage you, but also hold you accountable when you fall short. Knowing that someone else is invested in your progress can provide the extra push you need to stay committed. In addition to personal accountability, consider joining a community or a group with similar goals. For example, if you're trying to write a book, join a writer's group. These communities offer support, motivation, and constructive feedback. Being part of a group also fosters a sense of belonging, which can be incredibly motivating. Use technology to aid your accountability efforts. Apps and online platforms can help you track your progress and set reminders for your goals. Many apps offer social features, allowing you to share your progress with others, celebrate achievements, and stay motivated. Finally, implement a reward system to reinforce positive behavior. Rewards don't have to be extravagant. They could be as simple as treating yourself to your favorite snack or taking a day off after completing a significant milestone. The idea is to create a positive association with the effort you put into your goals. This makes it easier to stay on track because your brain starts to link hard work with positive outcomes. Outro, taking charge of your life. Laziness doesn't have to control your life. By understanding its roots, adopting an action-oriented mindset, building productive habits, and using accountability, you can break free from its grip and start living the life you truly desire. The journey won't be easy, but every step forward is a victory. Remember, every moment you spend in action is a moment closer to your dream. So, take the first step today. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Thank you for watching Perspective.